Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another battle report. This game's going to see myself going up against Peter. Now this is a practice game for Peter for the UK Nationals. When this video goes out, the UK Nationals will just be getting started and Peter's wanting to try his list against a really awkward German list. Now the kind of list that he may struggle against. He's not going to want to play something he's played a lot and he's confident with. He's going to play infantry, going to use his US tank list against a Volks German infantry list. So I've put together a list which reflects the Volks German lists, you know, the type armies in there, and it's got enough anti-tank firepower, shall we say, within the core units to give him a real challenge. Now, you know, his list is probably capable of destroying these sort of poorly trained Germans that I'll be using, but the question is how quick can he do it, because his competition timing's 2.5 hours per game, so he's got to see if you're going to learn anything today about how to quickly reduce a mass of German infantry. Here is the Volks Grenadier formation I'll be using, built around the core formation of the Volks Grenadiers themselves. There are 3 platoons. 2 of them are the assault platoons and 1 is the rifle platoon. Now these bases are all colour coded, the platoons are, so I'll know what one's which. Each platoon though, in addition to its 7 bases, has got a heavy machine gun and 2 Schreks. So there is potential for 4 anti-tank shots to be coming out of each platoon per turn, 2 Fausts and 2 Schreks. So that's quite nasty. Part of the formation, the core formation, is also of course the HQ, who've also got Fausts, and the Pack 40 platoon you can see there, 4 Pack 40s. It's only 10 points for 4 Pack 40s. Using them in ambush, that's 8 anti-tank 12 shots for 10 points, and then, well, we'll see what happens to them after that, but that's, you know, that's quite a cost-effective platoon potentially, and also a 4 base mortar platoon, and that's the core formation. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not going to break easy, but the units themselves are quite fragile. They are aggressive, and they've got a last stand. Last stand is 4, so it's not terrible. Anyone who's got a last stand of 4 and says it's terrible has got an average army, so you can't say it's terrible, but you know, it's counter-attacking and rallying and so on 5+ isn't so good, and the skills obviously not so good as well. They're just trained. So to back it up, let me think. On table, as in what won't be in reserve, is going to be the 10.5cm Volks howitzers. So once again, it's a very cheap unit. It's only 7 points, but once again they pin easy. You know, so you're going to have to 5 up to rally them. So in an artillery duel, they're probably not going to do very good. But at 7 points, it's not such a big investment, and it will, shall we say, distract the vulnerable infantry, protect the vulnerable infantry rather, by distracting some artillery potentially. And then they've got a Panzer III Observer to go with them. Then also in support, and that will be in reserve, are what's going to be it's getting proxied by armoured cars, but it's a 250 half-track scout platoon, and 4 Marders. Now these are the Heer Marders, the careful, confident veteran types. 4 tanks, or rather 4 tank hunters, anti-tank 12. Nothing to speak of in the way of armour, but once again anti-tank 12, which is quite handy if you're coming up against a tank list. And then 3 Brigade Panthers. So these are front armour 10, anti-tank 14, but they are the green aggressive types. So, or no, sorry, trained. I think they're trained aggressive types with reluctant motivation. So they're not going to easily remount if they're bailed out, which can put them onto a last stand. 1 dead, 1 alive, 1 bailed, and a 5 up roll. That isn't going to be very reliable. So good quality tank, but not the best quality crew. And that probably sums up most of what is here, apart from the Marders, It's good quality equipment, but not the best quality of teams using them. So there you go, folks. Volks Grenadier formation. Let's see how they get on.
Okay, right. So this is my American tank formation. It's for the UK national competition. So we'll see how we do. So what it is it's a veteran tank formation. I've got an HQ of a jumbo, and all the Shermans are 76s, but
and they're all Sherman Lates.
They're all Lates. Formation commander is the jumbo, and the 76, and then I've got 2 platoons of Shermans. One got a jumbo, and then 3 76s. So they're both the same. And then I've got a platoon of Shaffies and a platoon of mortars. That's the formation. And then the support, I've got 3 priests and a small recon platoon. I've used a few cards. I've got Patton, which what it does, it gets a reroll for any reserves. You can reroll 1 dice, but also any platoon commander that is within 8 inches and line of sight of Patton passes a rally or a remount and a 2+. I'm using Spearhead, which is the 3rd Armoured Division. What that does, it reduces the motivation of the formation down to reluctant. I'm hoping that with the help of Patton it may counteract the results of that.
And your Shermans, they're going to have protected ammo, so
yes.
So they're a 4+ remount still. That's not so bad.
Yeah. And then I've also got hyper velocity armoured piercing weapon for for all the 76s in my formation.
The mission we have chosen for today's game is No Retreat. This is a game where Peter wants to try out his attacking force against a defensive force. So this is a good test for a static defence, where the defenders are not going to have to get up and move. They're not going to get outflanked. You can see from the deployment zones it's very, very simple. The defender gets half the table. There's a big area for the objectives to go into, but otherwise the defender has half the table and the attacker just has to go at them head on. So it's a very much head on clash, where the defender will have minefields. The attacker's going to be channeled certain ways. There'll be ambushes, or an ambush against them. So lots of challenges for the attacker and a nice solid base for the defender. The special rules for this mission include deep immediate reserves for the defender. So they're going to be rolling for reserves straight away, but they're going to be restricted by the deep reserve aspect of that to what they can have in the way of tanks at the start of the game, and also aircraft. Then they've got minefields. Minefields can be very, very restrictive for the attacker. Once the objectives are down, the minefields can go down, which can then force the attacker away from where they thought they were going to go. And then we've got ambush, and that could be the biggest threat to any attacker. It's a effective and powerful ambush. Can knock out a few assets that might not be that many of them, but a few important assets which might not leave you with much teeth to bite into the rest of the defences. That's the hope for the defender, and if the ambush can hang about for a few turns, then that's even better. So there you go, folks. No retreat, definite challenge for the defender if the attacker's got a nice balanced list. Right, folks, we're all set up and we're playing No Retreat because it's a real test of an attacking list. It's head on into the enemy's defences. No outflanking opportunities unless it's a very small list that's defending. In this case, it's not a very small list. So you can see I've chosen this end to defend from, once again, to make it difficult for tanks. We've got buildings in there, some cratered roads as well for cross checks. You can see the deployment zone. I'm taking that half, and then the smaller square is objectives. So I put mine there first of all in the middle, because I can defend it from buildings, which means I've got to be shot out by this list, and it means it's in a position where if that objective isn't getting attacked, I can move the infantry to protect another objective. And then Peter's put his there, as you can see. So he didn't want to be anywhere near these buildings, and that was really about the only place outside. We'll cut with the minefields in a minute, but he obviously put that there. And then I put my minefields down, so I think that's the most dangerous area, especially potential for outflanking. So I've put my objectives down there from the edge of the table right up to a hedge. So to get through is either going to be skill checks to go over the minefields or a cross check for the hedge. There's still a way in there. Then in terms of my deployment, I've got my company HQ here in a position to support these two platoons. It doesn't really matter in this game, I don't think, what platoon is what, but that's the sort of the MG rifle guys, and those are the assault guys, as are those. Then I put my mortars up front. Partly because I've got ranged in markers, got my 10.5s here and my mortars here on the woods, and you know they might take a bit of fire where they are, but if they're getting shot, then my infantry are not getting shot. And then these guys are kind of spread out all around, but I've got my Schreks towards the back in good position for defensive fire, heavy machine gun here. It's going to be difficult to move through these streets without clearing the guys out the buildings because of the 2-inch rule. And then I've got Schreks basically in the middle of these groups for defensive fire, maybe even counter-attacking, you never know. If they pass the 5 up, they've at least got him there to help. My artillery's here. I've got 4-pack 40s in ambush, and then I have in reserve my scouts, 3 panthers and 4 martyrs. So I've not got much mobile on, but I think I'm rolling for reserve right at the start, but we'll double check that. Right, Peter, you show us what you've got and where.
The only objective I can really go for, I think, is this one. This one over here is just at the moment it's too difficult for me.
You can maybe get to it, but in the 2.5 hour time period, it might be challenging.
So I'm going to have to concentrate on this. But Frank has the fact that I put some minefields in my way, so I've got a small area here to try and get through. So I'm going to try and concentrate on that. So all our Shermans are up here, ready to go for that gap. The Chaffies are over here, either to make mischief in there, or if potentially Frank does move out, I can maybe sweep round the bottom. But
they may be useful for my reserves coming too. They may be able to flank them.
Yes, it's going to be a tough mission.
And you've got your ranged in marker for your mortars.
Ranged in marker for mortars there. I'm trying to use smoke to there. I may change that later, and I'm also ranged in here with the priests, so I think I might have to move these in the first round.
Right, folks, there you go. Why the Wee Scout guys are here, they can't do a spearhead move because we're so close, but that's us ready to start, so we'll tidy up the table and then we'll come back at the end of we'll come back for Peter's turn 1, sorry. Turn 1. US turn 1 movement, and Peter is starting his initial move towards the objective in the wood on the top centre of the screen. He's concerned about ambushes though, so he's got a lot of potential terrain in front of him where I could ambush from. And as it turns out, one thing he could do to help reduce the available areas I can ambush him from, because remember I need concealment, is to edge a bit closer to the hedges. So ultimately decides he's going to dash a couple of his tanks from the central Sherman platoon so they can look directly into that large field, which basically prevents me from popping an ambush inside the field, meaning he's going to get concealment by me being a bit further back. And then the Chaffies are going to move up for a bit of flank protection.
Start with the shooting. I'm going to try and range in with smoke here.
So this is lifting the original ranged in
Yes.
marker.
Yes. So I'm trained, so it's 4, 5 for terrain.
Well, you're not using a template when you're ranging in smoke, are you?
Did you not count that? Or?
Well, your ranging point isn't on terrain.
Is that, I'm not sure about that.
That's the way I play it. Well, the
We'll
viewers
go
can
for that.
correct us.
We'll go for that. So it's a 4 up to range in 4.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So against the box, I'm just going to be going that direction. I won't. I've got 12.
12 inches, yeah.
So that takes me to a bit there.
Which is a good position because it blocks off that wood as an ambush point.
Okay. I shall try and. Well, I think I'm going to try and rearrange in with my priests as well. Here, so we'll just try about there.
Right, so just in front of the line of smoke.
Yeah, there.
Okay, so that probably will have terrain on it?
That will have terrain, so I'll be there. They're veterans, so it'll be a 3 going up to 4.
You could place it.
Just there.
Yep.
Oh, we'll try. Let's try.
Go over a wee bit.
There.
Yep, that way you can get. Right, so just 3s.
Nope. Second attempt. Third attempt.
Third attempt, right. Okie doke.
Okay, so I catch. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they all. Well, they've got HMG and a
Yep.
Schrek.
Okay, so.
So you normally hit a 3.
Normally hit a 3, so it'll be 5s then.
5.
So the HMG.
HMG.
It's a 3, nope. The Schrek.
Schrek.
Nope.
No, and then there's
3 bases infantry. 2 of them are hit. Right, we'll just say the 2 middle guys. So first one gets a 3, next one gets a 3. And down now.
Then we'll have this platoon here. We'll shoot at the infantry.
Okay.
Machine guns are the best.
Well, you'll get. With your no HE, you'll be needing 6s.
Yeah.
7s because your stabilisers.
Yeah. So let's go for the machine guns.
Right, so that platoon will have.
Each tag will have 2 50 cals and 2.
Yep.
No, okay, so that 4.
So one for 5s. That's 1.
150 cal and. Oh, no.
No, not very good start. Should have gone with the guns. Pretty much the same result. So, who are you targeting?
I'll try this wee Schrek.
I'll try.
I can't see him.
Oh, no, so it's going to be one of these
This guy.
Right, so I will try and move it to the MG. Yes, and then he rolls a 6, so it's okay.
The HQ platoon will do the same thing.
Okay.
So 50 cals.
That's 1.
And then 30 cals.
The 1. So,
Just
same guy?
Yeah.
I'll try mistake and tag it again, yep. And then a save, yep.
Okay. Those 2 guys have dashed. I think no. I think they'll shoot their MGs at the mortars.
These 2 here, yeah?
Yes, are they within 60?
Aye.
Well,
They will be. Okay, so same again.
50 cals.
That's 2.
And 30 cals. No.
1 cocked.
No.
No, so 2 50 cals. So what ones are you going for?
Just 2 here, I think.
Right, okay. Nearest to me gets a 4, the other one gets a 2, so chance to get the guy there. 5 does it. So it's 1 mortar away.
Over here, the Chaffies will go for your spotter.
Right, so he's going to be a 6. If you're using your stabilisers,
Yes.
it'll go up to 7s.
7, yes.
But I'll be 8 dice looking for a 7, so that's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, okay. One possible.
God, every time. Right, you're at attack 10,
10, yes.
and I think I'm 6 on the front. We'll see if it's important. That won't make a difference, so firepower. Dead. Well, the poor wee observer. Normally this observer just coasts through games and no one annoys him.
Well, lack of targets.
Yeah, that's the main threat, to be honest. So there you go, Peter. So you have got smoke laid down.
Yeah.
These guys here to try and reduce possibility of ambushes from this area. It pushes me back to here, and then you've drawn first blood by killing my poor spotter. So it is going to be an issue for my artillery, where they're positioned behind the town to see anything. German turn 1 starting step. There's only one motivation, which is a rally for these guys. I've got my HQ there to support. That'll do it. 6 and a 3. So still in the starting step, I have popped my ambush. There's a bit of limitation on what I can see, but that's the best I can do, and I'm just going to get these guys stuck in. But I now need to roll for my immediate reserves, and I get a whopping 3. So they'll have to hold out for a little while by themselves. German turn 1 movement. I don't really have anything mobile in the way of assets on the table just now, so I've put my ambush down in the starting step, and I'm pretty much just going to sit there and do some shooting with my anti-tank guns and also my artillery, get them into action. German turn 1 shooting. I'm going to use my artillery, who are going to use the company commander to spot. Are going to go for, if I can get that on screen there, go for the priests. So there's going to be terrain there. My guys are trained, so I'll need a 5.
Is that your artillery back here?
Aye,
or was
that's it. That's the, well, that they're both going to move anyway. I get a 1 and a 5, so second attempt. So chance to get all 3. So first guy, no, because it'll be a
5. Would
you're,
it be 4?
oh no, you're aggressive.
No, they are. The priests are. Oh, they are aggressive.
Yeah, they're aggressive priests.
Force a hit.
They're angry priests for some reason. And then a 1 and a 1. So
1.
yeah. Anti-tank 3, top armour 0. That'll do it. And then my mortars down here are going to try and range in on your mortars. They've got line of sight, so it'll be the same again. 6 will do it, but they guys might be careful.
Mortars are careful, yes. 4.
So it'll be a 4 then, right? So there's 1, 2, 3. So 1, yep. 2, yep. 3. Oh, that's cocked. No. So the first 2. You're fine. You're fine. You really need to roll a 1 and then it can bail you out, but they've not really got any other targets they can go for. Then Crazy Man running forward, he's going to need a 6 to hit you, because you're a 4 normally. He's slow firing
5.
and he's moved out of command. Right?
Right.
So, but, or he could just roll a 1 and probably take his ear off with the back blast. And then that's going to leave my Pack 40s. This one here is limited in what I can see, so I'm going to aim at him, that guy there, because I can't really see beyond. It's, oh, is it just outside? Just inside short range, right? So I'll be looking for 5s. No. The other ones are going to go for...
They've all got a clear shot, but some of them might with the HQ or this guy.
Let's see, so in this platoon, there's probably 2 got a clear shot of this platoon. And that one, so I'm going to go for that platoon.
The blue platoon.
Right, so there'll be 2 of them firing in the open, so that'll be 4 dice looking for 4s.
They're all with it. Yeah, they're within 60.
Oh, 3 hits.
3 hits. So
right, and then 2 dice looking for 5s. No. Right, so 3 hits. Now here's the thing, you've got your company HQ within 6 inches of the target, so you can choose to join in with
who are you targeting? Does it matter?
The non jumbos.
So that would be that one.
Yep, so you can now try to
swap.
mistaken target one of them onto a jumbo.
Yeah, let's try it. That over to there.
Right. Oh, well, that ends that. if you'd been able to keep that going, you could have mistaken targeted
Onto
one
there.
onto him because he can join in. So saves now. So you're 7 against 12.
So this one.
That was a 5 as well.
Close, wasn't it?
Next one. No. 5. Oh, so that's potential bail.
Bail.
Right. So first one here. 5's a kill. 6 is a kill. And 1 is nothing. So he gets away.
So that was what I was worried about, and it has transpired.
It's all because of a failure to mistaken target. Because you would have just laughed that off.
Yeah.
And I think that's really going to be it for me for shooting folks. So my artillery have ranged in to potentially do some damage to Peters, and my reserves haven't arrived, but I've got more out of that ambush than I expected. I was expecting maybe to get 1 tank out of that with the jumbos taking the strain on the rest. So over to Peter now for his turn 2. Turn 2. American turn 2 movement. Well, Peter's pretty much got a big juicy target sitting in front of him in the shape of that Pack 40 platoon. So with the exception of the Chaffies moving up to get some line of sight, everything's just going to stay put and shoot, so very little movement needed.
Okay, so first let me, I think I'll try and range in there with my mortars.
So American turn 2 shooting, time to kill some guns, right? That'll get them all under it.
Yeah, so that'll be it, that's what it is. So therefore going up to 5 to range in. So first attempt, second attempt.
Right. So what have we got under there? 4 guns and...
4 guns and 2 infantry, this guy and this guy.
Right. Oh, needing force.
So this guy, nope, this guy, yep, this guy, nope, this guy, nope.
Oh dear, 1.
And then
Infantryman.
infantry, nope.
And then another one, yep.
Yeah.
Was that one there?
Yes.
Right, he's the second in command, so he rolls a 1. See if you get him.
So I think it's a 4 up.
4 up, yeah. He's a gunner. And then that gun rolls a 6.
Okay. Then we shall try rearranging in with the priests, I think.
Right. Same place.
Are they just now the same place?
Now, your priest, are they veteran?
They are a veteran.
Yeah. And they can see that themselves, so...
Yes, these are 4.
Yep.
4, so first attempt, second attempt.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So they are not going to fire. So that leaves then, we'll go for this platoon.
Right. So, choices.
Yes.
So your main guns will be hitting me on 3s, 4, 5s for no HE. Your 50 cals will be hitting on 4s. Your 5 power on the main guns are 3, 50 cals, it's a 5. You'll get 350 cal.
350, yeah. So let's go for machine guns, will we?
Right.
For this platoon.
Okay. So that'll be 12 50 cal shots, I'm sure it is.
Yes.
3 and then 2 MGs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Because they've not moved.
So hitting on 4s?
4s.
4s.
I'll do it.
Yes, let's take the ones that There's
How many is that so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 so far, right? And then the MGs?
And
8 MGs?
8 MG.
7.
7.
Right, so that's going to be 2 50 cals, and then one of them is only going to get 1 MG, so which one do you want to have the 1 MG? He might be out of range.
Oh, right, sorry, well, we'll go for him then.
Right, okay, so I'll just roll. Right, 2 50 cals first of all for him. He saved. 2 50 cals for the next one. He's got a fail. I'll just mark these and we'll keep going, right? 2 50 cals for the next one. He's okay. And then the last one has got a fail, right? And then 1 MG. He's got a fail for an MG. And another guy's got 2 MGs. He's got a fail for an MG. Next one's got 2 MGs. He's okay. The last one, Oh no, he's got 2, he's got 1. So he's got another one to do, sorry, he's okay, then he's got 1 to do, he's okay. Right,
So
MG on the first one.
this is a 6.
No, 50 cal on the next one. No, an MG on him as well.
Oh,
Other way around would have done it, and then a 50 cal.
oh, it was going to be a 6. That's
Well, they're heavily pinned, but that's too good.
okay. The
Themselves.
HMG, the head HQ will do the same.
Right.
This is 1, 2, 6. But
50 cal.
Ooh, 1.
Just the 1, right, and then
And then
4, 2. Right, so where do you want the 50 cal?
50 cal there.
Right, and then
Yes.
MGs. So the 50 cal rolls a 1, the MG rolls a 5, the other MG rolls a
Cock.
2. So, chance to kill with a 50 cal? Oh, an MG. That'll do it.
One.
Right. And
then these guys.
aye,
Um,
they're short range again, so you could do the same.
The one at the back, is he shot?
He's shot here, we want to, he shoots through that wreck.
Right, so 6, 1, 2, 50 cals.
3.
3.
And then your MGs. 4. Right, so going to be 1, 2, 3 on the 50 cals, and who do you want to double up? You may have to double up in one of these.
Double up and him, I think.
Right, okay. So what was that again? 3,
350 cals and 4.
4, right.
machine guns.
So 1, 2, 3. So 50 cal first. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then 2 on him.
Yep.
It's okay. 1, he's failed. And he's failed, so 5 powers. Nope.
Oh no. I'll have to be the chaffies then.
Right, so
Yeah, long range. Two of them.
right, 2. So basically it's going to be normally 3, 4 concealment, 5 for range. These guys will be 6s. If they use their main guns,
Yeah.
or 50 cals, they'll be a 5s, because 50 cals got 20 inch range, isn't it? Yeah.
Not going to have much use for that. I'm going to go for the main guns. Both the
Yeah.
main guns. So they're all long range. So and those two use their stabilizers.
These 2 can only see 1.
1, right.
So before on him they haven't moved, you'll be looking for 5s.
Right. Oh,
1,
just 1.
saved.
And then the other 2 will be 6s. Is that right?
Yes, just because of your stabilizers.
1.
2, so dead. What one are you going for?
Then go for him.
I'm going to try mistaken target onto. Oh no, you can't see that one. Right.
Oh, that.
They're still 2 alive, but they're pinned. They might only get 2 dice back at you.
Okay.
Right, so what about here?
They are not going to do anything.
We've got a mortar.
Well, let's try the mortar. Let's shoot the mortar. Let's see if I can.
So you can try and range in that same spot.
Yes, let's try and range in. Let's try and range in here.
Right, okay.
So they.
They're veteran. Your scouts.
Better, yes, it's 3, 4.
So 4 range in. That'll do it. So you could put it like that to get
Yeah.
all of these guys.
Yeah,
So
so
3 first attempt's not best.
perhaps I'm going to reroll because I've only got 1.
Yeah, but then they don't have time to target them. Okay. Right. So first guy then, the gun. No. HQ. No. The guy in front of him. No. The guy to the front of him again. Yes, and then the Schrek. Yes. So the guy to the front rolls a 1 and the Schrek rolls a 5. So chance to kill him. Yep. Do it. Right. And then they've still got
Machine guns.
an MG, which is, you can just go at him, right? And then what's that armoured? It's got his 37mm, it's got a 50 cal.
It's got 50 cal as well. Yeah.
So your choices are you can be using your 37mm at normal rate of fire.
Yeah, we'll do that. That so you'll get 2 shots.
Right.
Can you fire it over the?
Yeah, because you're elevated, so you'll just be looking for 5s.
Right.
5 just for range concealment. Nope. Then your MG can have got that poor guy.
So he'll be. He's just a normal MG. He's got 3. Even if he moves.
Oh, right. Right, here's the thing, it's going to spread, but it's only to bases within 6, so it can only be him, right? So it'll be 2 on him, 1 on him, but I can try mistake and target it.
Right.
And I don't. So he's got to make 2 saves. He does. And then the MG does as well. I don't seem to be failing many saves.
Right, that's.
Right, you got any shooting and scooting to be doing?
No. No, do I? No. No.
Right, okay. So that didn't go as well.
Well, let's try and shoot and scoot this.
Right, these guys here, okay. Just on you go. You got a 6, so yeah.
So he's just going to move. He's just going to juke round.
Right, so as far as that turn goes, then there's still 2 Part 40s left alive, but they are pinned. They will need a rally. But I think the most critical thing is he's still alive. He can run around and cause some havoc. So you got, is it 2 artillery?
Yes, I don't know, it might he's going.
2, we'll figure it out. And then there's 1 here as well.
Yeah,
right.
Well, let me put that.
Right, and then there's 2 there. But there you go, folks, there's turn 2. So German starting step, I have got a rally to do for these anti-tank guns. The HQ is there, so you can support them. That does it, with the reroll. And then the infantry to his front doesn't do it, because they need a 5 up. Now, I've also got 2 dice for reserves. Not coming in. Right, so, over to my movement. German turn 2 movement, and to be honest folks, I'm still pretty static. I've got targets too, and it's just going to be a bit of a Mexican standoff with the anti-tank guns and the Shermans. Though I did try to dig in the 1 base of infantry that I moved up to get into Faust range beside the minefield, but it's a 4 up skill check because these guys are only trained, and he doesn't get it, folks. German turn 2 shooting, so I'm going to start with the Pack 40s. They're both are in short range of this platoon here. But it's concealment, so I'll be looking for 5s. So 4 dice looking for 5s, because they unpinned. 2, so it can be 1 each. Now, your HQ isn't close enough to mistake and target anything except from the jumbo. I don't know if you want to.
No.
Right, because I mean, a jumbo's a jumbo, it's perfectly happy. You'll be 11 against, it just bounces.
So the first one then, this one here.
So, oh, 1. It's not like you to roll a 1 for a save. F4, so he's gone. And then I'm going to do a repeat bombardment with my mortars against your mortars over in the wood. So I'll do 1, 2, 3 as I go. 1, 2, 3. Middle guy. You're fine. They're lucky they're all up against anti-tank. 1. And then my artillery against the priest. So first guy, second guy, third guy. So they're all hits because you're aggressive, which is a bit nuts. But
so let's go with that one.
First guy, 1's a fail, 5's a pass. Right. Okay, so 3 up needed. Right, so that one's away. Right, and then my sole infantryman out front there. I reckon your tanks. See, if I fire him, it lifts on the ground from
the rest of them.
Well, it does, but you have to target him to lift the gun to the ground because it's done by team, though it affects, and then you work out, then you spread your hits, so to speak. So it will only affect heavy machine guns. So I'm going to fire him. He's pinned though, so that means it's moving rate of fire, so I need 5 to hit you. Get it? In. Oh, 6. Right, so I'm too close for mistaken target, so I'm going to go for that one there. So
7.
12 against 7. Oh, chance for a bail. No, so you laugh that off. Right, now he could assault, but that would be suicide. So I think that's going to be it for me. So no reserves yet for me, but by some kind of miracle my pack forts are still on the table, unpinned, they got a kill, and my artillery is also managing so far to win the artillery war, which I didn't expect. They've killed a priest. I will get reserves next turn, so it's Peter's got to get rid of these anti-tank guns and get moving forward really.
Yes, that's
Turn 3.
turn 3 starting step. I've got 1 tank left over here, so he's got a motivation of as a 5+ for him.
But company commander is
Yeah, so let's
within
do
6.
both together. Won't we?
Yeah.
No. So he runs off.
US turn 3 movement. Once again, there's not much happening, and that's something that can be a feature of these kind of battles. The two sides have a narrow front to hold and to push through, and so they can just bump off each other to begin with. So the only movement from Peter this turn is to get his chaffies into a better range and line of sight off my hard to kill Pack 40s and concentrate all his fire on them for another turn.
First, we'll do our mortar bombardment back on here.
Okay.
Tray,
Excuse me.
So the 2 guns hitting in 3s.
3 ups, yeah, because they're aggressive. That'll do it.
Infantry. No, I think that's all. Was it? What they got?
Um,
I think that infantry. Or what was
yeah.
it?
Oh no, it was just the second in command. So the 2 guns hit. So the first guy I've got to re-roll, so I'll do that one now. I get a 5 and a 5. And then that guy gets a 4 and a 4.
Okay. The 2 priests now.
Priests, right.
We'll do again a repeat bombardment.
Yep.
So the guns.
One hit, but you got to re-roll it.
Yep.
Yep, it's a hit. And then infantryman here.
Okay, I'll just roll together. Get in.
Yep. So the gun,
Oh, saves. Yep.
infantryman saves.
Okay. I'll get them. Don't you worry.
You will, but
Over here.
it'd have been better for you if you'd got them sooner rather than later.
I think we'll.
You've got to be mortar there.
Yeah, we'll go. Let's go to marker. Let's try.
So- The gun first of all,
Gun.
looking for a 3.
3.
That'll do it.
Well,
I'll just roll my
Yeah.
save for that. And now you've right chance to get him on a 4.
Oh, it's a wee bloody mortar.
That's how often the way it goes. Like, what the hell? Right, you've also got that infantryman there.
Oh, missed him.
Nope, and then the Schrek. Yep,
Okay.
so Schrek, chance to get Schrek.
That's what a fella. What a fella. Okay. So that bring them, and they'll be out with. So they're still within 50 cal range.
I would say you've got 2 from this platoon
Yeah,
that can see
yeah.
him at short range. But the other one's got plenty of other targets anyway.
Yeah, so go for this platoon.
Right,
So
50
all
cals.
long range. I think we'll go for 50 cal. Let's try that again.
Right, so 12, 50 cals, then looking for 5s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then we'll come back to do these because we'll still do the rest of that platoon, but
Yes,
carry on.
so 5. 2.
Just the 2.
2.
And then the MGs will be out of range.
Yeah.
So, would you believe it? 2 4s.
We'll go for the rest of this platoon. So he's going to shoot it.
Yeah.
That wee guy again.
So, the 3 dice looking for 4s this time. That's 1. I'll try mistaken target it, and I don't. And he's safe, he's okay. Because he's still in the open.
The machine gun. Oh, no, I did machine gun. Is that not? Oh, the 37.
Yeah,
What?
that'll have the range. Because it's least
It's 20.
Is it only 20, right?
It's only 20, so 20 is not going to get the range. So he'll have to shoot it.
Try and get rid of that pesky guy.
50 cal. Try these 50 cals.
Right. That'll be 1. I'll try mistaken target it. He doesn't. And he makes a save.
You say, what a guy! These two.
Right. That'll be long again, I would think.
It's long range, yeah, long range, but so but it's in 50 cal. Do I want to 50 cal? Let's go 50 cals.
Right. For 5s. 6 dice looking for 5s. One. Right. Those are 5.
Okay, these two guys.
Those two you can see them. Short range with your 50 cals.
Yeah. Are they short range?
Yeah, they're just in short range.
So 450 cals.
Yep. That's 2 hits. And then you've also got, is it 4 MG as well?
But they might, 4
They're in short range, yeah. 1. So the 50 cals, and then the MG. So 1 chance with a 50 cal.
Oh no.
Then the rest of that platoon there, I mean,
Well, shoot.
You can go for mortars or...
Yeah, let's go for the mortars.
Right. What are you using, 50
Machine
cals?
50 cals, yes.
So 6 dice.
No, they moved. So,
oh, sorry, 4. Looking for 4s. Yep, not bad. And then the MGs. 1. Okay, so it's going to be 1. Who do you want to double up on? Who would you take the MG hit on?
This one.
Right, okay. So that guy there, first of all, then he's 50 cals, okay, his MG is okay. Next guy fails 50 cal, and the other one's okay, so a chance to kill him.
No.
That's not quite a pin. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think that's going to be me then.
Right, so that turn, you've got me down to 1 gun, so his last standing, I'm going to see if he's within 6 of that company HQ. He is, so. German turn 3 starting steps, so I've got a rally to do on the surviving Pack 40, just around the corner of that building there. He's got him with him, so the 5 will do it, and then his last stand, the 6 will do it, he's staying. Now the platoon in front, do they rally? They do. And then 3 dice for reserves. Well, the one's coming on, so I might as well make that. I shall see. German turn 3, and I've actually got some movement to do because my reserves have arrived. So I'm going to bring my Panthers on the near side of the table, with the idea being that if I can deal with the Chaffees, I can then have the Shermans forced to face the objective, and also what will be my second reserve platoon in the form of my Marders, with the Panthers coming round the side. And the Panthers have got a better chance against the Chaffees than the Marders do, because they've got almost no armour. And I'm also bringing some infantry, including a Panzer Schrek, over in the buildings to help support the Panthers. Right, so turn 3 shooting for the Germans. I'll start with my mortars against your mortars again. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So the middle guy's hit again. He's fine. That's a 2 for every single one of them. But against the mortars it doesn't matter, and then against these guys, so that one and that one, because they're aggressive, that's a hit. And he's fine though. Right, and then my Pack 40 is going to go for your Chaffees, because I feel as I've got more chance of killing them than, and at short range as well. So 5s. 1 hit. So your front armour is 4, right, so that will go 2, so I pay light. I want to go for that one there.
Yeah, I'll try and let's see, is it within? Yeah, I'll try, well, he's within 8 anyway, so I'll keep it here.
And then my other shooting is going to be my intrepid guy still fumbling with Panzer Faust.
So you'll say the 4 for him then.
We just need a 4 this turn because he's not pinned. And he gets a 3. He's in perfect position, he's surviving everything, but he's like, he just can't get the thing working.
Shell shocked, obviously. Shell shocked.
He doesn't know what's happening. Right, I think that is going to be it for shooting, really, folks. Somehow the Pack 40 is still on the table. I've got my Panthers on. They're a wee bit out of shot just now. See if I can just move the camera. So that's the flank I want to bring these around on, so that I'm not charging straight into anti-tank 13 on the Shermans, and I'll get my Marders in for sure next time. And me and Peter were talking about it quite often with this kind of mission. As the attacker, you run up and then you hit a bit of a brick wall. It's then how do you develop that and keep the momentum going forward. Turn 6 critical as well, folks, got to be within 8 inches of an objective. So we're going to turn 4. He's got to push on now, but then deal with my reserves coming on. So it's a challenging mission when the lists are balanced. Turn 4.
US starting turn 4. I've got 1 tank to try and bail in. It's within 8 inches of the commander. So two
Two up.
it's a 2 up.
That's the pattern card does that, and that's the formation commander there, so he gets back in. US turn 4, so Peter's going to keep the Chaffies moving forward, keeping them gunning down the last surviving anti-tank guns, but beside the minefield, that one base of infantry is actually restricting his ability to move. He's going to have to shoot him, kill him, or assault him to get past him, and then if he's assaulting him, then he can't shoot at anything more than 8 inches away from that team. So that one base is causing him a bit of a problem just now.
I think I'll try a repeat bombardment here with the wee jeep first of all.
Okay, so
I'll get probably 2 of these to the back. So this guy is a hit.
Yeah.
This guy is a hit.
So first guy's okay, second guy's a fail. Go on.
But that'll be then pinned, won't it?
Yes.
Okay, over, let's do the Chaffies then, let's go to, let's do the rest of these then. That's
What are the scouts?
the Scouts, yes. Was that woman? No, that's out with them, so he's going to shoot at the machine gun.
Right.
With his
Main gun.
No.
It's not going to do it.
Not going to do it. And then the machine gun.
Just checking the range. He was short. The machine gun.
Is
It's a short range of him, but long.
Yes.
It's out of range of him. Sorry.
Let's go for him then.
Right. So a 4.
Not a 4, not a 4 on side. So let's go for these guys then. Let's machine gun him.
You're going to machine gun the
Yes.
Fausty guy, right? Poor guy. Right. So we'll have to roll it separate because it could go onto the MG who's stuck in.
Yes.
So 12 50 cals.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So 3s, 4s, 5s. Did he shoot last time?
4s.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. So that's 4 so far, and then you've got the
8.
MGs, yeah.
And 2. Only 2. 4 and 2.
Right. So you want to evenly spread it, and that way I can't do any.
Yeah. So the 50 cals. There.
No, no, because you're targeting him, so it's going to blitz these.
It's only within 6 inches. So right. So
250 cals and an MG each.
yes.
Right. Okay. So my wee Fausty guy, 50 cals, and then his MG. He's still alive.
Yep.
And then heavy machine gun. Well, he's off a different mould altogether. Right. 250 cals.
Oh.
He's a goner.
Okay,
So he's looking behind himself now, going, guys, what are these tanks?
The Chaffies then. We've got to get this guy out of the way. Got to kill him. So the Chaffies, if we can get,
So there's, let me think, I think they'll all be short range,
they all move.
and they're all going to have line of sight.
Yeah. So 3, 4, 5s. Stabilizers.
Yeah, if using the main guns, yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think, yeah. Oh, only one.
Save those, a 1
Oh, that's
and a 1. You touched my dice, I don't know if that's good, let's see what happens. Oh, you've touched my dice, Peter.
the HQ then. They are going to have to go for
Right,
the,
okay.
So they
I'll be on
number
the
16, yes. Now,
Right.
do they use their main guns? They didn't. They blitzed.
They blitzed,
Oh,
actually,
right,
so
yeah, we're going
just
to
looking for 4s then. 2.
2.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Ah, right.
You just won't fail. You just have to hope he runs away.
Okay, then
They've not
oh,
fired
no,
yet.
he fired, didn't he? So
Yep.
2 bombardments. I'd like to get this HQ.
He's not under anything at the moment.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get rid of him because I don't like the rerolls.
Yeah.
You're always making the rerolls.
Mhm.
But it's to go or.
You've currently got 1 gun and an infantryman under the temple.
Yes, let's go for the same charge. So repeat bombardment here.
For the mortar first then, yeah.
The mortar.
So looking for 3 up.
The infantry
Yep,
and the gun.
yep. Right, so the infantry's got a fail, so about 5 power. He's a gunner. And the gun, believe it or not.
He lives forever. He's fantastic. The priests, but they're re-rolling, so they will go for the infantry.
Right,
So just 3 missed.
oh, and then the gun. Yep.
Gets the gun.
And that's a fail.
Ooh.
3 up. I kept the pin marker until you finish rolling, 'cause I thought if I put it down, guarantee it will get killed.
Right, so that's everything.
That's it for shooting.
That's for shooting for the Americans.
Are you going to assault that poor?
Yes, I think I've got to.
Right.
I've got to. I can't assault him. So can he? Think can he go inside? Get
You can
2
go on
in.
the side and you can get 2 in the front.
2 in the front. Okay.
Right, so he'll see if he's worked out how to use his Faust. I'll need a 5 to hit you though,
Yeah,
because I'm pinned.
Bet he does.
That one, no, it hasn't worked out. Right, 3 hits on a 4.
4.
Because of train.
Just 1.
Right, so he's a goner, and then you can consolidate with that platoon.
Yeah, so it's, move up to that.
You can move as well.
Yeah, 4. Okay.
So there you go, starting to push up now. That bloody pack 40 though,
He's going this turn. He's going this turn.
he might well run away, yeah. And the pesky wee guy and the heavy machine gun at the front, they're away, so it's starting to open that wedge that you need into there. So it's just a question of my reserves. I've got my Panthers around the back there, just on top of the screen. And there'll definitely be Marders at least coming this turn. German turn 4 starting steps, so I'm going to have to try and rally the pack 40. It doesn't rally. And then last stand. It's a goner. And then rally the infantry beside the woods. They don't. They're still pinned. So that's what also the infantry beside the pack 40. Oh, they don't get a reroll. That's a pity. Right. 1 dice. No, they've not pinned. So the 2 forward infantry platoons are pinned, the 1 in the back isn't. And the gun has legged it. Oh, and for reserves, actually get another one, don't I?
You get another one.
Just the 1. So that'll be the Martyrs. German movement, and I'm actually feeling quite busy this turn because I'm moving tanks. So the Panthers, it's a little bit off screen, apologies folks, but they're going to move up around the sides of the house here at the end of the street. 2 of them will be able to get line of sight on Sherman's. 1 of them, though, it can't get right far enough. With a tactical move, it will get line of sight on a Chaffee. And then the other side of the table, just seeing where I can bring in my marders, and it looks like this area behind the hedge where there is at least concealment will get me shots this turn. The hill is a little bit blocked by the wood in front of it, so I'll start there as my shooting position. German turn for shooting, so the counter-attack has started. So my panthers, one of them can only see a single chaffee, and you're going to be concealed via the hedge and the hill and such like, so I'll need long range, aye. I need shorter range, aye. I will need a 6 to hit you one dice.
You can do it.
Oh, can't even hit the bloody tree. A 1. Right, and then the 2 panthers beside it, they're going to have a go at, let me think.
Blue team or HQ?
I don't really think I've got good line of sight in because of the hill, so it's going to have to go for that platoon. I'll need 6s. Oh, for goodness sake. So I'm going to try to get your jumbo.
Jumbo, you're going to go for the jumbo?
Yeah, because you're 8 going up to, I think it's 8, is it? 8, yeah, going up to 9.
9, 10, 11, go up to 14, so beat 14.
Yep. You can try and mistaken target it.
Yeah.
That gives you a chance to say, but I've also got a chance to kill, whereas on the front it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, so I'll try and swap it onto one of the others.
And you do. That would have been a save. Would have been a match, wouldn't have been a proxy. So that means I'll just go straight through. It's just a bail. So you can choose which one of them you want bailed.
I'll just do this one.
Right. Okay, and then
the one at the back.
I can't see him. Sorry.
Oh, can you see? Right.
Yeah, just because of the hill. Oh no, actually, I can see him. So you can put it on the guy at the back. Then the 4 marders that I've moved up, they're going to shoot a long range at that platoon. I'll need 6s. 1. So I'm going to try and put it on to somebody who is not a jumbo. Do your mistaken target anyway, and then you can decide. Yep. Yeah, so check to see if I'm in range of the bailed out guy.
What's your range?
32.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you can, if you want, to put it on him.
No, because I think we want to put it onto the jumbo. Jumbo we're up to 11, 12.
Oh, sorry. Aye. Put it on the jumbo.
Is your
rubbish.
Your anti-tank 12?
Anti-tank is 12, so bounce.
Right. Yeah.
Bounce. And that's a good thing about jumbos, being careful. The platoons don't take a lot of hits, which means if you pass a mistaken target, the first platoon didn't, if you pass it, then you can soak up the hits on the jumbo. Right, so that leaves artillery. So my mortars against your mortars. The one in the middle again. See if he rolls a 2. A 3 is improving. And yeah, I'll try and see if I can get the priest. Oops, a 5 and a 6. So they're both hit.
So
first one gets a 1 and 4. So 6, so that's away. Another one bites the dust. Right, so I've not really got any other shooting to do. My infantry were all pinned, so couldn't reposition themselves. There's not going to be any shooting and scooting, but my reserves are on, so the counter-attack's on. But we'll see. Peter's in a position now to shoot back at me with his hyper velocity thingy-majiggery, and he's got a good 36-inch range as well. So over to Peter for his turn 5. Turn 5. Okay,
so we'll go for him first.
Right, so starting step.
So he's got to bail back in.
Yep. Now he's within 8 inches of the formation commander.
4 spearhead. He's remounting a 4. Oh no, 2. And he can reroll.
Yep, so he's fine. But then you've got a last stand to do on the
priests.
Single priest here.
So they're not part of the. So
they're confident.
4. Come on. Oh, he's away.
He's gone. US turn 5, and we're getting pretty close to turn 6, the critical turn, so Peter knows he's got to keep moving towards the objective that is attainable. That's the one in the wood. He's worried about my panthers, so he's going to bring his chaffies around behind the hill, out of line of sight, but in a position to break out from there and hit my panthers in the flank. And then to get towards the wood, he's got to go over a hedge or go through a minefield. And he decides, obviously, the hedge is the best way to go. But there must have been a pretty thick lump of hedge in there, folks, because he only gets one tank over this turn. He's still got lots of dice that he can put down range at the marders, but he would have preferred to have more tanks over the hedge to start putting pressure on the objective, and also just to get more teams within 8 inches of that objective for critical turn 6.
American turn 5 shooting. These 3 are going to shoot at the marders, needing a 6. 4s, 5, 6, 7.
7 because of the
sevens.
stabilisers.
Yes.
But you get 6 dice, let's see. Oh
No,
my
not
goodness.
over 3. The one that didn't move,
Right.
this guy.
You can fire up the channel at the end one. 6s. No.
No.
And the
HQ.
There.
Oh,
Oh, 2. Right, that's going to go straight to firepower. Now you can hit anybody you want. Who do you want?
I'll just the 2 here.
Right, okay, that's fine. Right, 1 dead and 1 beyond. So I'll put some smoke on that in a minute. Build. Their armour's negligible, folks.
The recon will they'll fire at the infantry. For machine guns, 50 cal, so 2 for him and
3 machine gun dice for the Jeep.
3 machine gun dice. So 2 50 cals, aiming for the wee
Right.
for him.
So 1 hit.
1 hit.
And then, okay, technical interruption there, folks, sorry. So 1 hit with 50 cal, you're putting it onto the,
I'll put it on there. I want to swap
and
over.
the MG you're putting it onto,
Yeah.
right, okay, I'll try and swap the Schrek, yes, and I'll put it onto that guy there,
Yeah.
and he rolls a 6. And another guy, I'm just happy to do the save on him. He fails, so firepower.
6.
No.
And that. Oh, let's do.
Aye.
Slow
Now
it.
you're going to have to lift it from where it was.
Yes, let's lift it because it's too close. What can I see? Yes, let's try and put it.
Just plonk it right in
Yeah.
there. You'll be able to get that lump of 5 if you're range in. So you're veteran, so 4 up. That'll do it. Right, so roll it against the Schrek.
So yeah.
Schrek and 4 others.
So I'll roll them together. Schrek.
He's hit.
This one.
Yep. He's hit because that was fine. That's first attempt.
This guy. Oh,
He's hit as well.
This guy.
He's hit as well. Oh, the worm's turned, and he's missed. Right, so the Schrek is okay. Guy in the woods is okay. The guy there, yep, he's okay, and he's okay.
Fine.
One thing I want to point out, by the way, folks, is I'm using the German dice from the old open firebox set, and I always thought at the time they were a bit suspicious, and you just got to look at the dice rolls I'll be doing with them, so maybe I need to switch.
I'll just maybe check these.
I'm maybe going to switch on to my Feldherrn Halle dice and see how they do. Right.
This here, what are they going to do? What can they see?
They've got a good line of sight. If they can, if they want, try and just go right down on top again.
Maybe about there, is that?
Yeah. You'll be able to get in the same position. Basically, in a position to get everyone, because you're kind of ranged in right on top of the Schrek with your
on
single
top of
motor.
Schrek,
Yeah. Right, so you need a 4 again.
4, 5.
They're
Trained.
only trained. Alright, okay.
So first attempt. Second attempt. And third attempt.
No.
So they won't bother. And that.
Your
Chaffies.
Now, they've still got targets.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for that wee Panther Schrek up in that.
Right, does everyone want to try and clobber him?
Yes.
Because he's coming over to
Yeah.
speak to you as well.
Go at them.
Right, you've got 3 in short and 1 just long, so
3 inch short, so there'll be 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 if you're using the main guns.
6, so that'd be right. 3 normally, 4, 5, 6 for yes. 6. So that's
Yeah, because they're going to ground.
right,
He moved up the turn before, I'm sure.
so,
Because I was pinned.
so the 3 short range.
Right.
That one.
Yep.
And then 1 at 7.
Oh, nearly.
No.
Right, so I can try mistaken target that onto the heavy machine gun, and I do.
Yep.
And he rolls a 2, and he's a goner.
That would have been close if we could have got Schrek. That would have been good. And that then that's my.
Right, you're doing any
Turn
shooting
5.
and scooting. You've got 1 platoon that hasn't, your HQ hasn't moved, the tank beside it hasn't moved.
Yeah, the HQ. Let's try the HQ.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can angle yourself a bit.
I think that's. But again, we've got things coming in that way as well.
Yep, but just a wee bit of an angle, and then it brings your jumbo over too.
Yeah.
That will help soak up any side shots coming in.
Okay. Any more? No.
German turn 5, I've got the infantry in the platoon in the town to unpin, and they get a 6. Then infantry beside the wood.
Put this dice back. I prefer the other ones.
Oh my goodness. And then a remount for the martyr, the build martyr. Oh, for goodness sake. Folks think every German dice is fixed. German turn 5 movement. And I've got a bit of a dilemma. Those chaffies coming at me now, you know, I've got 2 choices. I can run away or stay put. And if I stay put, they'll just come around the hill and get me in the flank. If I move forward onto the hill, there is a chance that I could kill them all. So I've decided to be aggressive. I'll be hitting them on 4s and then straight to firepowers on 3s. It might well work. It's a bit of a gamble, but it's either that or stay put, knowing he's going to get flank shots on me, knowing I need 6s to hit those Shermans. This way I might be able to keep my flank attack going. And to support that, I've moved the Schrek and a base of infantry that will have access to a Faust up to their flank. That will protect them from one side of outflanking and also give them some shots against the chaffies in support. Elsewhere, I'm pretty much just going to be staying put, though I'm making sure my company command is out with assault distance from the approaching tanks. German turn 5 shooting. So we're going to start with my attack over the hill. My Schrek, first of all, so that's going to go for the nearest tank. So you'd just be a 4 and then a 5 for me being moving 6 because I'm out of command.
6 because you're
Right.
those dice.
I'll go back to the black ones. At least every one of them wasn't a 6. A 2. Oh, I may have got rid of the black magic there. Right, so my Panthers moving up will need
Just
4s. Oh, I'm going to say one of them's cocked.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in a white dice to rescue me. I guess a 1. See, there you go. But that's the risk. You'll be able to get around my flank, but if I stayed where I was, he'd be able to get around my flank. But I can't have the dice all game, that would just be ridiculous. So, I'm going to now fire a couple of Fausts. The one that ran up the road is going to need a 6 again.
He's out of command.
Yeah, 6 out of command, on the move. No, the one that's stationary.
Just a.
Yep, 4 because you're not pinned. Right,
Yes,
so
4.
it's got to go on the lead guy.
Yeah, so it's 7 against you. Can I say 7?
7 against 12, yes. Yes.
Oh,
No. So firepower,
cocked.
5.
Yeah, so he's just right.
So he's away.
That'll serve him right for going over that hedge.
Right, my 3 surviving martyrs going to need 6s, and they're going to go for your platoon of 3 here.
Yes.
I get 1. So you can try mistaking target.
I'll try to put it onto the jumbo.
You do, so that'll just ping because of the range, and that's the jumbo doing what it should do. So now that leaves me with my mortars and artillery. So my mortars are going to try again to go for your mortars, right? They're in the wood behind us. No, you're carefully.
Let me just check. That might be, yes, they're careful.
Right. So my artillery, it's going to try to. I'm going to try and range in on this big lump of tanks I can see.
Okay.
I can probably place it where there's no terrain. So a 2, a 3, and a 5. Last attempt. Well, I wonder if folk can hear that thunder and lightning. So can it be like it's pretty much coming straight forward like that. So I'm reading 6s because you're careful.
So
The Jeep. And then the Greyhound.
go for
Jumbo. Next guy.
6.
So he's hit.
He's hit.
The last guy from the platoon. Nope. HQ. Yep. And then the Jumbo. No.
No, so
These 2 here.
so
1 against 3.
this one.
Fine.
So, and then this guy.
He's fine as well. I'll just stick that down there. It's rougher down there. Right. And then I think that is going to be it for shooting. So that, the most significant thing, okay, I killed another Sherman, but I may have lost 3 Panthers. You've got to get around the side, but you're only going to need 4s to hit me when you do get around the side. And then, if it being turn 6 next turn, the critical thing is...
Get over here.
Yep.
So I've got to be within 8 at the end of this turn.
What happens at the end of my following turn? At the end of the defender's turn 6, that's the critical time.
Yes,
so you've got to at least be there in your turn
And
6.
still be survived.
Yeah. Turn 6. US turn 6 movement. Well, Peter's starting by going in for the kill with the Chaffies, and he can get all of them around the flank of my poor Panthers. Are wondering how their plan could have gone so badly wrong. Now, getting towards the objective is going to need some cross checks, and he's not got a lot of luck here, I'm afraid to say, Peter. You know, he's needing 3s for the Shermans, 4 for the Jumbos, and only 2 are so far over that hedge and within 8 of the objective.
Oh, heavy rain on Sunday night.
No,
Bucketing.
not much rain at all. Right, okay.
So this guy is going to try and rearrange over here.
Right.
So it's it'll be a 3-4. 4 for him. First attempt. First attempt. I only get the 3 guys under it. So they'll be hitting 3s.
3s, yes.
But rerolls. So the
Schrek.
Nope. The guy behind. Nope.
Yep. No, sorry.
Nope. And this guy.
No.
Oh, so I didn't even.
They're not pinned. This is it. You want to pin them.
I'm going to pin them.
The mortars.
Yes, but that's what I'm not too sure because there's a wood here. So I can't.
This one and then
This one.
Yep. And it just
I suppose
you can put it like on. So it's just on the other side of his base.
Yes, so we'll try it again, but his 4 get up to 5 to range in for him. 1, 2.
Yep. Third attempt. Right. So 5s then.
So there's 3 under it.
Yep.
This guy.
Nope.
No. This guy. No. And then.
Schrek.
Oh,
That's all you need. He passes his save. But the pin, that's the main thing.
Right. So, I need to get rid of these fellows over here. So the ones that moved but didn't cross over, so they're all
Shooting at the
probably
marker.
7s for them. I think 7s.
7's because of your stabilisers, yeah.
So 6 shots. Well, I'll do them separate. So this platoon.
Right.
1 possible.
No.
And then the other from this platoon.
Do you want to assault? Because
Yeah, I don't.
mind you, if you assault and it doesn't work out, you've lost the game. So you probably don't want to assault.
Yeah, so yeah, so those two will. Oh, I don't think you can see.
Wait, no, the two of them can.
Yeah, and they're not in a long range. So it's 7s again.
So did you fire 2?
Yes.
Right, and then one more from that platoon.
Yes, one more for that. So
Right. Nope.
And
then your HQ.
HQ. So
4.
So
No.
These guys
Right.
fire machine guns. They didn't move. So 50 cal.
3 dice on 5s. Right, and you want to target the.
Schrek.
I'll try and move it onto the guy in the wood, in front of him, sorry.
Yeah, so
And I do, and then he rolls a
and
5 for the
6,
save.
and then the 3 machine guns. One for Schrek as well. Oh, 2.
Right, okay, well that'll be the same platoon actually, sorry. So that'll be 2 other guys.
Oh right, so
So one,
1.
and then you choose. Right, I'm okay with that. So first guy, and then guy at the back. So the guy at the back.
It's a 6.
Nearly.
Oh. Bump. They've done, so it's just up to the.
Right, here we go. So
Just so
8 dice looking for 4s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. I was going to borrow your dice, wasn't I?
No, my dice are going off for investigation. That'll do it.
Oh,
6.
So it's, yeah, 6.
Going to be 2 hits each. Right, 2 hits each on them. My side is 5.
10.
So first guy in the hill, nearly. Right, now that's 1 chance to kill, 1 to bail. So just do it now.
Now
Yeah, 1 chance to kill.
to kill.
He's dead. Right, next guy. 1 chance to kill, and that's it. He's a goner, and then last guy. 2 chances to kill.
5. The 5 one is not a bail.
No, your attack's 10.
10. Did you not roll a 5?
A 4 and a 3, I think it was. Goner. So they're all gone. It's always the chaffies that kill the panthers. There you go, at least they're not going to be destroyed by running away.
Right, so that's the end of my turn. So yeah.
You're within 8 with 2.
2.
Um, the failed cross checks means there's only 2, which puts them in danger of all the Shreks and things you've got around there. But they're still in quite good nick because of the jumbos in terms of the long range anti-tank from the Marders. Anyway, over to me for my turn 6. Right folks, I forgot about my armoured cars, they'll be coming on. And then I've got some motivations. I've got a rally. The company HQ is still giving him a boost, but that ain't going to do it. And I think that's it. That's it, because the only other people who took any shooting last turn are dead. German turn 6 movement. There's not going to be a lot of movement from me again. I'm moving a couple of Panzer Schreks forward into the wood to face off against those Shermans, and then the Panzer Schrek and infantry team down the bottom edge of the table, they're going to have a go at the chaffies, and then I'm bringing in my armoured cars on the top right hand corner to help the objective. German turn 6, and this is where these guys are going to come into their own in terms of the infantry, is just lots and lots of Fausts and Schreks. So we're going to start over here. I've got a Schrek that's staying put, so the chaffies are concealed because of the tanks, but if I move I'm at a penalty for moving and also for moving out of command. So I might as well stay put, needing a 5. So 1 shot from the Schrek on a 5. Hold on, I'll just put that there. Oh, no. Right. And then the Faust that's with it is going to need a 6 to get a hit. To get a hit. And it gets a 6. So I'm going for the one that's right there. So I'll go straight to firepower. And I've only bailed you. But I'm now in a position to launch an assault that will not worry about any defensive fire.
Okay.
And then over here we've got, from this platoon here, we've got 2 Fausts and a Schrek. Right, so if I'm pinned, I'll be hitting you on 5s.
So do you want to do them separate? Is it those 2?
Yeah.
And the Schrek,
So first one,
hits.
believe it or not, gets a 5. The next one, believe it or not, gets a 6. And then the Schrek misses. So that's going to be 2 hits, too close for enemies taking targets, so that'll be 7 against 12.
So this guy, no, and then this guy.
So that's 13, you're okay. Firepower just bails him out. And then I am going to use the 2 Shreks that came up in the wood.
These guys?
Yep. And they are going to target the unbailed guy. He's a separate platoon. But there's various shenanigans that can still happen depending on whether or not I hit. So I'm at the edge of the wood, so I don't have to worry about any concealment.
So 4 going up to 5 for moving?
5. 6. Well, actually go and check to see if the back one is within 6 inches of the commander.
Is that the commander there? Yeah, he's within 6 inches.
Right, so a 5 and a 6. So a 5, of course, and a 6. No. Right, so you can try and join that, you can choose to join that platoon because you're a HQ platoon, right?
Right.
And so that goes on to the bailed guy.
The bailed guy. Or, what's the range?
It's only an 8-inch range, so it's not going to.
I can't go use the buttons at the back.
It's not going to reach.
Do I want to do? Yes, I've got to do that, haven't I?
Yes.
So let's try and swap it. Yes.
You do.
So it's on to here again.
And then you save.
7.
Now this is 11, but that's
10.
not good. Close. 4, no, so he's double bailed.
Double bailed, okay. And
So
that's a motivation. That's not good.
It's a remount you use.
All right. So it's a 2
So
plus.
it's a 2 plus because it's within 8 inches, etc.
Yeah,
So you're okay.
Still bailed, right?
Right, and then I've got another from this
one, yeah.
platoon.
Oh, yep.
Their second Faust.
He didn't move, did he? So
No.
it's just a 5. It's a 5.
5. Of course.
Oh, gets it.
So that's going to be on the jumbo.
It's in the jumbo.
I'm not close enough to anything else, so you'll be 11 against 12. You're fine. Right, and now the martyrs.
Oh, the martyrs.
They are going for the platoon of,
The red, that's the...
let me think. They can all see the platoon of 3. The white dice is going to be the one that's on the far left of my line. Looking for 6s. Just one hit. Right, okay. Do your mistaken target, see if you can stick it on
so
a jumbo.
what did you...
It's going for this platoon here.
That's it there, and that's the HQ.
Right,
So,
okay,
so this one. So I'll try and put it onto this guy.
Right, so hits the jumbo point.
And what?
He's fine. Right, so artillery. There's still going to be
over here.
yeah, there's still going to be 2 tanks, 2 scouts. So the jeep, nope. Greyhound, yes. The jumbo, nope. And the other one, nope. So just the Greyhound. He's fine. He's loving it. And then my mortars are going to go over here. 1, 2, 3, 2. So the end 2 guys for a change are hit, but they're not impressed.
They've survived well.
Now, I was spending ages working out the best kind of assault to do there, but I'm pinned, guys, so I'm not assaulting anything. No, that single guy could launch an assault, but he's going to get machine gunned to bits. It's a lot of defensive fire. Over here, he can move in, and there wouldn't be any defensive fire, because that tank's bailed out. So, I am trained. Oops. And that's what normally happens.
Oh.
You got all the effort and he misses. Right, so
my motivation's not very good though.
Yeah, you're reluctant.
So 5 up.
Yep.
5 up.
No. So you have to break off. So we'll do that off camera, folks.
Yeah.
So they broke off here, folks. Obviously the bear one's dead. He's going to stay behind the bulletproof cover. he's consolidating over into there. So the Panthers are all dead, unfortunately, folks. Over here, I thought I was going to do better. Didn't actually kill anything. If I killed them, that would have been game over. So they've still got a chance to get stuck in there, because my martyrs are doing nothing against the Jumbos. The Jumbos are making their mistaken target. So over to the Yanks for their turn 7. Turn 7.
Yes.
So start step, turn 7 for the Yanks. A remount.
Remount. A with a reroll. Yeah,
I'll do it.
Back in.
And that's it really for motivations, eh?
Yeah.
US turn 6, and Peter's very much now concentrating on the objective in the wood, but he's still struggling to get over that bloody hedge. Another failed cross check, but he's getting most of his remaining tanks in a position to do some assaulting once he's potentially worn me down a bit. And then the Chaffies on the bottom of the screen are just getting into position to machine gun the anti-tank teams I've got down there. Right, so
I'm only getting
American turn 7. There should be 3.
yeah, yeah, okay. So those 3. So we'll go with the big Jeep first.
Right.
So go for this guy.
Hit.
And then the other here.
Hit.
And then
Schrek.
pick is well missed.
So guy in the wood and the other guy. So the guy to the front of the wood. You should just roll 1 dice.
Was it? You know, 2 hits, no, or it was 1 guy. It's 1 guy, right? Okay. With the slot.
Right. So those mortars, same again.
So
Guy in the wood. Yep. Guy in the front. Nope. Schrek. Yep. So guy in the wood. Schrek.
Okay, fine. Over. Let's go over. No, let's try the recon. The recon will fire at this platoon,
Right.
aiming for the Schrek.
Okay. So
Joy,
yeah.
I bring food to get.
Right. Okay. Sorry, now. Right.
So what do they show? This will be these 4s, 5s.
They will be 4s because I fired
But there'll be concealed on it. So 4s. 1 hit.
1 hit, and then the MGs.
That would.
Oh, was that the MGs? Right. And then
Oh, so no, that was the 50
50 cal.
So
And then the MGs.
uh,
2. So you want to stick the 50 cal onto him.
and then they are.
Okay, I want to try and shift the Schrek onto. Well, I'm just going to try and swap the Schrek with one of the other guys who are hit, and I can. So that means the 50 cal's on the guy at the back, right?
And then does that go back to them?
Yep. So the Shrek's got an ordinary hit, and he gets a 2. So we'll see if you get him. Whew, see if that had been the 50 cal. The guy with the 50 cal gets a 6, and the guy to the front gets a 5.
Okay. These 2 are this platoon. We're going to shoot at these Shreks here.
Right.
So there's right. So the 50 cals on these guys. So
Right.
that's so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. So that's 4.
4
And then your MGs.
MGs.
5 there, so that's 9. Right. So
They're a separate platoon, aren't they?
there's one guy in command.
Right.
So it's 9 altogether. So it's going to be 3 each. So how many 50 cals was it?
It was
4.
4.
So stick 4 of those 50 cals onto the guy who's dug in.
This guy.
Sorry, 4, isn't it? No, 3 of them onto the guy that's dug in, right? And the other ones it doesn't matter because they're just going to be straight up saves. So the guy that's dug in fails 1. So 1 chance to kill the dug in guy. No. And then 3 saves on the middle Schrek. And then the end Schrek. So he's away. So the guy nearest you, he's gone. And that platoon's pinned.
So the red guys.
That's your HQ, eh?
Yeah, HQ.
they can still see.
I think he can still see him,
Yep.
and he can see him as well. So
Yep.
I think they'll go for the same
Yeah.
target with the 50 cals. He didn't move, he tried to move. So it'll be 5.
Right.
Just
Went for 4s. So that's 3 50 cals
350 cals
and 3 of each. So stick your 3 50 cals onto
Um,
the dug in guy.
oh, what is he?
I'll try mistake and target it and I don't. So dug in guy. 3 6. I mean 3 5 powers. He's away. And then the Schrek is alive.
He's 5. So which one got it?
Right. So this guy here, I'll swap him.
Yep, there.
Right.
Right.
So that's them. Now your chaffy's clobbering
So
these two guys.
Who's gonna hit? Who's gonna hit? Yeah, I can hit.
I think you'll be able to. They'll all, because you'll be forward, you'll be able to hit all of them. So
Right.
you're looking for 4s.
4. So I'll target.
I've got bulletproof cover, so it's whether or not you want to use main guns. If you use main guns, you're looking for 5s. 50 cals looking for 4s.
50 cals.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Oh, not so good.
Cock there. That 2.
2.
Right, and then
6. 50 cals.
6 ordinary dice.
That's it, 50 cals.
So,
1.
so who do you want to double up on the Schrek?
Yes.
Right, I'll try a mistake and tag on ordinary guy. I do. So ordinary guy's got a 50 cal save, which he fails. Ordinary save, which he passes. So see if you get him with a 50. Nope. The Shrek's got 150 cal and he passes.
No, that's good. These wee infantry, they're so pesky.
Oh, they can run around if they don't get pinned. Right, so
I think I'm gonna have to go in here. I think.
it's so dangerous if you're going to. I will need 5 to hit you.
So you've got 1, 2,
3, 4.
4.
That'll be 4 altogether. 2 Shreks, 2 Fausts. Your HQ can join in, but you're only going to get 3 tanks going in. Unless the other one wants to go in. But then that'll draw that platoon in, which is another
one. Yeah, no, I think if I don't do that, what?
To be honest, I think this is heading for a draw. If this was a tournament
Well,
game,
when did we start it? Did we say half-1?
yeah.
So that'd be half-1, half-2, half-3, 4.
And you know, these games do take longer than they would because of our shenanigans with cameras, but I think a draw at this point is probably a fair result because I've lost my Panthers, they've gone, right? And my Marders up the back there can spend all day firing into these guys needing 6s and going on to the jumbo. I might clobber you with my Faust or my Shreks, I might not, but I think if this was a tournament and this is what the practice is for, it's probably.
So we started at half-1, would that be fair?
Yeah.
Half-1, so half-2, half-3, 4. So 4 would be the cut-off, but we've been fanning about a wee bit with the camera. So
Well, the Germans have got another turn. Let's play one more turn for the Germans and we'll see how it looks.
Right. Well, yes, so
German turn 7 starting steps, so the platoon in front of the woods rallying, they don't, and behind the wood they don't either, which is unfortunate. But I've got even more guys with Fausts and Shreks that can come running up. German turn 6, so I'm starting to move infantry forward from the town now. A Schrek team, another team that'll have a Faust, the platoon commander, so they're staying in command. It's time to commit to that objective that's under attack. The armour cars have moved up, and I'm also moving my Marders into position where they can start to close in on the objective. German turn 7 shooting, so I've got 2 clear shots at you on the front. It doesn't matter which one is which because you're a front armour. So these here, they're not moving, so I just need 4s. 1 hit. I want to put it on to that guy there. So
this is 4, so it's
straight to 4. Bailed out. And then over here, right, let's see. Now, the Italian platoon that isn't pinned, I've got one that stayed put, one that's moved up, and a Schrek that's moved up, and the commanders came up as well, so they don't have to worry about being out of command. So the one that is stationary,
This guy.
yep. Now, see that tank? Right, I'm only in range of. Oh, in fact, there's. Aye, right, okay. That tank's dead. He's been moving up.
That was dead.
Yeah, to attack it, but it's dead. Hold on a minute.
Sorry.
See what other options I've got. I've only really got the one option, which is again a miracle shot against a jumbo. So I've hit him
So
on the front.
it's
I attack 12. 5 is fine. Right, on the other side now. Oh, sorry. The guys are supposed to try and dig them in. They don't. Right. So the platoon at the back, which has got one guy in the wood, is going to try shooting needing a 5. Missed. Then the platoon to the front, I've got one Schrek and 2 Fausts. So I'm going to do the 2 Fausts first, and they're going for the platoon. No. And then the Schrek. Yes. So
they're going for the
platoon. Yep.
So
It's that one there, and he's out with 8 off your jumbo, so it's going to hit your front armour 7 with anti-tank 11. No. One is bailed out. Right, so I have moved my Marders up onto the hill, so I'm just trying to get them in the shot. Now that takes away the concealment, the line of sight's an issue. So the one at the end can see the whole platoon.
This one?
Yep, the other ones can only really see down here.
This one.
So I'll do the one at the end first of all, it gets a 5. Then the other 2. No. Okay, so you can do your mistaken target again.
Yeah.
And it works, so boink. And now I'm not able to assault anybody. I could do a wee assault over here, but I'll get shot to bits. They're just going to stay put. So, because they're pinned, oh, artillery. Forgot about artillery. Right. See what I can do with artillery. So I'm already ranged in there, so I'm going to stay there. So against the jumbo.
It's a hit.
It's a hit. The Greyhound and the Jeep. So
the jumbo, I think it's still one arm, top arm 1.
top armour 1, yeah. It's fine. And then the Greyhound. He's fine as well. And then the mortars, they might as well lift. Oh, no, just keep trying to go for your mortars. 1, 2, end guy. He rolls a 4, so they're fine. Right, so that's it. Really, for this turn, no assaults possible. Right, there you go, folks. We're going to call that a draw. You know, we've got the situation at the wood. Even if I was to run away, I've still got another platoon behind it, armoured cars behind it, Marders moving up behind it, which at the very, very least means time. And the Americans could win it, the Germans could win it, but time would be against us here. And I think that's a not surprising outcome for the mission. Was probably heading that way with how we picked the lists, but you know, Peter, you want to try your list against something tough in the way of infantry.
Yes, and that certainly was tough. Yes, I'll struggle in a situation like this. This mission is tough for me, especially when you got a town there.
Yeah, you just got to avoid that attack, defend, stance position, and then that'll give you maybe more options in manoeuvre to force your opponent to move to objectives. But it was all the same, it was a good tough fight. The jumbos failed right at the start. They failed with a mistaken target and then ran away because of those annoying Pack 40s who refused to die. But that's why Pack 40s are more expensive than 88s. But then they really did the job against the Marders.
I just need to think and try and be a bit more clever about using the jumbos to try.
Yeah, try and always keep, if you're in a tight group, keep both platoons within, as much as possible, within 6 inches of your HQ. Then you got another jumbo, so you can have up to 2 jumbos. And the Chaffies were good though, because they killed the Panthers. That's the thing that always seems to kill the Panthers is Chaffies. Used to be Stuarts, now it's Chaffies. At least they're doing away anti-tank 10.
Yes. So it was good game.
Yeah, that was a good,
I think I learnt a lot.
Yeah, and it is, without infantry, it is such a difficult prospect to deal with these guys. Your artillery had to spend so much time on Pack 40s. If they could have whittled infantry down a bit, but then also...
Your special dice.
Yeah. These are from...
See if we can get... oh no, see, you don't work now.
A 1, 2, 4 and 5. But these are from the original Open Fire set, and I do always remember thinking to myself, or one of the Open Fires, there's something dodgy about the Open Fire dice. The Yank ones were always terrible, and the German ones were always good. But it evened out because the Panthers got splattered. But there you go. Anyway, folks, hopefully that was a good game for you. It was hopefully a good warm-up for Peter as well. Peter and Lawrence are going down. They're going to be flying the flag for Scotland and for Panzerschule. So we'll see, everyone will be dying to beat them. And hopefully everyone at the event will have a good time. This video will be going out around about that time. But anyway, good luck,
Okay,
Peter,
okay.
and I
Yes.
hope you enjoy. So
I'm just going down for fun.
that's it, and learn the proper rules as well, so that we don't have to make stuff up on the fly. Really should read the rule book as well, folks, but there you go. But anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks again for watching, as always, and thanks to all the subscribers out there. We're picking up subscribers quite regularly, so if you'd like to add yourself to that list, please do so. And if you hit the bell button as well, that means we'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Goodbye.